All right, what's going on, guys? So today we're gonna go ahead and talk about our 9th gen turbo manifold. This is my boy's Chris car. Pretty much everything's been available because he has let us borrow his car. As you can see here, we're just right now we finished installing the intercooler piping as well as the intercooler, and he already had the up pipes and as well as the turbo manifold. So we have a sidewinder, as you can see here. The whole purpose of it, it takes your turbo from the back and it puts it here in the front if the camera will focus. All right, so one thing I do want to go ahead and cover about this manifold, and one of the things that you might run into an issue, is because the 9th gen head, the stock piece right here, it is going to be very bulky, and depending on the size turbo that you run, you are gonna need to upgrade to the K-tune side piece right here. So that is one of the things that I mainly wanted to cover, and I want you to be aware of it. This is pretty much like a 64, 66. On his scenario, he could have ran with the stock one, because what really hits is one of the heater pieces right there, and that causes the issue of the turbo not sitting there on the proper location as it should be. So one of the things that the manifold is going to be coming here is going to be with a 45mm gate, you can see here in the back, and then also all our manifold comes with titanium manifold studs, as you can see there, and that is something that I love to offer. I hate when I see this thing focus. I hate when I see manifolds and they have rusted studs. So that is something that I love to offer for all my manifold kits. It is titanium studs. See if it'll focus there. So it's a total of 4, 2 here and 2 in the back. So I do wanted to make sure you guys were aware of it. Jesus, this thing does not want to focus. So that is going to be about it for the turbo manifold. We do offer them on a T3 or T4. You might be wondering what's the difference, and I understand that not everybody will understand that. The T4 is a slightly smaller flange, and the T4 is slightly bigger. So in that case, you might be like, so which one would be the best choice for me? And here's what I would say: if you are going to make it under 700, you need to go with a T3. It is smaller. You're going to get a lighter spool versus the T4. Now the T4 is going to be able to open for more horsepower later down the road, but if you have the T4 and you're not making that much power, it will just make it a laggy setup. And it's laggy, so when you go floor it, it just takes a little bit longer to spool up, unlike it will be with a T3. And then also it just varies with the size turbo that you have, but usually that's what I recommend anybody. If you're going to be under 700, go with a T3. Over 700, go with a T4. It is just going to be a lot better for you as in response, and more enjoyable as street driving. So that is going to be an answer there to answer for most people that are not aware of it. Again, it's just the size of the inlet that go into the turbo. One is bigger than the other, and depending on the power that you're trying to do is the choice that you want to choose from. So you see here we got the famous. So yeah, so that's gonna be it. It's very simple. And then we also have the down pipes and up pipes, as you can see here as well. Now with the down pipes and up pipes, they are going to be fitting for a 3-inch outlet, and that is going to be for a precision, for the pulsars. I think just about anything that is a 3-inch outlet. What I mean is the outlet B band right here. If it'll focus, see if it'll focus here. And if the one for a precision, it is not going to sit perfectly flush, and I'm going to go inside there and show you exactly why, so you guys can see, but it will still work just fine. But if you do have a pulsar, it will fit perfectly flush with it, and again, it will work for the precision as well. But I'm gonna show you the difference, that it will cost slightly little bit off, but it is nothing critical. Once you see it inside, you're gonna know, but it will work just fine. It will not cause any leaks to your exhaust. So we're gonna go ahead and show you that inside. So I'm gonna quickly show you guys the difference, the precision and also the one for the pulsars. And like I said, pretty much any 3-inch back housing will work, but they're pretty much directly to fit with a pulsar. So you can see here the pulsar got a slightly little bit of a lip underneath there, versus the precision one doesn't. Now, they both will work like I said this. So check out. But if you have a Pulsar, you can see how the fitment is absolutely perfect, as it should be. And then here we have, and what I'm saying about that, you can see here, it has a tiny little lip, and it's not going to cause a leak because once it sits here, it's going to seal it all the way around it. And this is what I mean. You can see there. Okay. So there's not going to be a leak there between it because we have the lip there, and it will completely, once you tighten that down, you are good to go. So I'm going to go ahead and put the clamp on and show you guys how that's going to look. Mind this, I'm doing this with one hand, so it's kind of difficult. But again, if you have the Pulsar, you can see here, but go ahead and put that on and show you how that's going to be looking like on the Precision, so you guys can see it for yourself. Now, you can't shave that down. I wouldn't recommend it. It won't cause a leak. Remember, the exhaust is flowing out, so it's not like creating pressure there itself. And the lip already sits there, so it's going to put pressure into it. So do keep that in mind. I will not shave that. So we're going to go ahead and throw it on and show you how that's going to look. So there we go. We have the B-band on, and you can see here, it's not like it's on. So I want you guys to know that you can do it. It's not gonna be no issues. You can see it on. If it's not on, it will move. But obviously, if you have the Pulsar, it will sit flush here within the lip. But if you do have the Precision one, just know that it needs to be a 3-inch outlet. If it's not, if it's bigger than that, it's not gonna work because all of these are 3-inch. Okay,